Hello. Hello, welcome back. This is Jack from Dream Ether 13. Just was cleaning up my desk and I had pulled these cards a few days ago, but I haven't looked at it. Like, it's definitely, I kind of peeked at it a little bit and I felt like I should share because I've kind of been doing a lot of healing and I haven't really tapped in, and I know that I need to be. So I'm kind of trying to get past my ego, I guess. But also give myself a lot of grace because I've been going through some karmic stuff, you know. Going through the things that we signed up for, but right now they're really we're ending cycles right now. There's a lot of unconditional love that's needed right now for even our enemies. Because I just do not wish that upon anyone. So I'm sorry. I yesterday was, I pick up things all the time from nature, and the last few days I came across these, like, okay, first of all, I was near when this happened. The wind blew it over. It was a bouquet of dried sunflowers, but it was like, they're very significant. These are like messages, like literally. I spend a lot of time in deep contemplation and discussion with everything, and so it was just really beautiful, like this leaf and this bean pod and this piece of glass, and then I just saw, as I was cleaning up and sitting here, this this stone, all in the shape of a J. And at the time, there's a lot of Christed energy here on the planet right now that is making itself very, very, very evident. Like, I don't know. Maybe I needed to be gassed up or something because, there's a lot of shit that's going on in the world that the regular, I don't mean that in a mean way, but like the rest of the world is not awakened to. I'll say that. These are like really hard things for me to talk about because I just really I don't want to seem off-putting. Like, this information that I meant to be involved in helping spread is not, it's like people would get like killed for this stuff back in the day. Like, but it's backed up by the Most High, it's backed up by God, it's backed up by the angel realms, by the inner, like, it's backed up by the Most High and the light and the divine plan. And it's really fucking hard to say that out loud without feeling the judgment. But it's like, you know what I mean? It's just what it is, and I have to recognize that it's not It's not about me. It's literally not about me. And any idea of it being in that would just be coming from somewhere else, because I know what I know. And I know it doesn't come from me in the way that it may be inferred by other people based on their unawareness. And I also understand that. And it's not, that was me gasping for air, in case you were curious, because it's like literally, it can feel like that when the rest of like the world, in ways that haven't like really been able to understand, I'll say, because like I don't blame people for what they choose to, you know, pay attention to or not want to understand. And like I get that like this world also hasn't made it very appealing for people to understand God in the way that like I choose to. And the way that I choose to is different from everyone else, because it's individual. It's meant to be very intimate, you know. There's something like very biblical going on right now, and I'm not a religious person. I grew up around certain ideas in religion, but they were like surface level. Like I barely even got the basics, really. But I understood from an early age already what the truth was, I think, innately. Like and I think that scares a lot of people. Like I'm sure the collective of you who watch my videos understand what I'm saying. But there's like a lot more going on than just us living right now. Like some of us are meant to be doing some pretty magical things for the good of all. Like some fucking type of superheroes, you guys. Like I don't know what's going on. Like I feel like it's funny because like I used to watch a lot of superhero stuff back in the day and be like, somehow I resonated with them. I don't know, maybe you feel the same way. Like certain stories about like just anything supernatural or superhuman or like otherworldly or even magical. You know what I mean? Like Lord of the Rings and like the Never Ending Story and Fairy Ferngully. You know what I mean? Like I know you know what I mean. There's like so much of this like angels and dragons and like I don't watch any of those like TV shows. I don't really watch TV like that. I will all I listen to is something to like uncover like mysteries, you know? Like that's literally all I spend my time on, and the mysteries within myself. So I think we're really being called to that. And I think there's a lot of us that already do that. There's a lot of like, I don't even know, like maybe it comes from our lineage. You know what I mean? Like, look, there's 3 J's here and 3 cards. If you know, you know. don't know why I went on that little rant, but I've been resting, and I feel like I haven't even been resting, honestly. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I've been in super observation mode, I guess, like really within myself, like and like super out there, and also like in this world right now. It's really hard to explain. I don't know. It's like this 3-3 thing, this 3-3-3 thing. It's like I need to watch Inception again, but that's what I'm hearing. You know? It's fucking me. It's not fucking me up, but it's like I think it messes up other people because I know my own energy. Some of you might be hearing this and be really confused about what the fuck I'm even talking about. But if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what the fuck I'm talking about. And that means this message is for you. So this message is not for everybody. And let me start with that because I've recently struggled with who it is that I'm supposed to be sharing these messages to. And it's not to teach the everyday person spiritual concepts. Like I'm not supposed to be, it's like I'm supposed to be like activating ones who know. In ways and in ways that I'm even unaware of yet. Like I like it takes a lot for an ego and a higher self to allow, you know what I mean, connection or fluidity. It's like Jesus, take the wheel, you know? Like what the fuck is even happening right now? But I know that whatever it is about it is I'm meant to do this, and it's the hardest thing that I'm trying to get past because I don't mean it from a way of what other people might hear me saying, which is why I know that that's not my audience, and whoever is hearing me in this way understands that. And so imagine if, because I'm not the only one who resonates with this message, and this is what I'm doing. This is what we're supposed to do. Like, just go with the flow, allow our higher self to take the consciousness in the moment to channel in message from our higher selves, from what it is that is all good. There's very big, like, there's a lot of things going on this planet, you know, between ascending human beings to higher dimensional consciousness, to awakening star seeds to their home and the contact to their home planets or stars. But as I'm saying that, I'm getting more so there's a connection between the suns of the surrounding constellations that maybe many of you feel called to, like the Pleiadians, the Orion's belt. Like there's so many, like Marduk, is that one of them? Mantakan. I don't know. I haven't really looked into all of that, but that's what I'm hearing. You know, like I'm pretty sure there's like something to do with like there's 7 stars in the Pleiades constellation, and there's something about the 7 star sisters, and it's like a lot to do with like this like duality, but also the number 3 is involved. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like as above, so below, as within, so without. In my head, I'm hearing like I hear like a 3. There's 3 things going on there, right? In that phrase alone. There's a lot of us that have been doing the work within ourselves, which is not fucking easy. And it's like, for people to look at you and try to act like you are acting better than somebody else because you've actually done some pretty dark, deep, like, diving into your souls, like, your lineage. It's like 12,000, 2,000 years, thousands of years of ancestral karma that we take on when we come here. And we came here with the intention to heal that karma. So I must be talking to the generational curse breakers who understand more than just like, and I'm not trying to discount any form or any level of someone stopping something, a painful cycle within their family. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about goes back much farther than just, 3 lineages of ancestral understanding of the trauma. Like, that's, first of all, think about that. That's like a lot of war and survival for the fittest. And also war-like tactics that just are not working on anymore like they used to for people that are still in that frame of mind who haven't picked up the book to understand what's really going on. So with that, I'm going to just get into the cards because, like I said, there's something really big going on that I am barely scratching the surface at, and I know that I'm ready to do this. Let me get my coffee. Hold that thought. Let me get my coffee. Because this is like really not just... Okay, so I don't know if any of you guys have seen the Wizards of Arcadia or something like that. It's like a kids TV show that I saw recently that I was drawn to. And doing the inner child healing things that I never got to do as a child. I didn't realize that I didn't get to do like a child should. Anyway, I maybe you've been going through a lot of that as well, because a lot of what is part of this healing journey that we're on is connecting to our inner child. And that means, first of all, I'm sure a lot of us had parents that were pretty strict, and that has to do with how they were raised, and we already understand that, but we were always very like loving towards them anyways, and I don't know. We become the scapegoat in a way without even realizing it, but now we're being asked to wake up. We're being asked to not do it in a way that that anyone else may think that we will, because there's a lot of narcissistic behaviors in people that they're unaware of that lead their show, because we've been programmed that way so easily. It's not like something that they want us to be awake of, you know what I mean? So you can't really blame them, right? I don't know. but like, I'm sure a lot of the injustices that we've gone through, by remaining in that awareness right now, and whenever you watch this message, I don't know, I'm sure you're aware that these messages are timeless. I feel like me having to like say some of that sometimes, pulls me out of it. So I hope that people understand that these messages are timeless. Energy is timeless. So whenever if you are connecting to yourself and you're asking for confirmation, that's all this should be. If you've had feelings like being someone that is here to do something much bigger than you're aware of, and you're watching this channel, this is confirmation for you. This shouldn't be like a brand new thing for you. And if it is, and this is your first time watching, then you're gonna catch up real quick, or you're already not watching anymore. Like, it's very important to understand also where we're at in our spiritual journey. And some of us might not be at the level that I'm explaining, and I'm not saying that to be boastful about the level. I'm trying to eliminate the people who aren't ready for what I'm about to say and give them an opportunity to recognize where they're at, and if they because I don't want to trigger anyone in a negative way, and I don't want people to be here if they're not of the highest plan, if they're not of the divine plan, if they're not here for the betterment of humanity and the universe and God's plan, or you don't feel called in some way of the light to be here, then you are no longer welcome. Because this is not a joke of a channel to be watching to, try to do anything fucking just dumb. It's not. I'm not the one. This isn't the channel. So just understand that my ancestors don't play about me. God does not play about me. Mother Earth does not play about me. And all things in this universe do not play about me. And I have been shown this throughout my journey, which I have been very steadfast on. And you may be needing this confirmation as well. All right, so the first pile that fell did not feel like, I don't know, I was just, this is how I channel. And anyways, I'm not going to sit here and explain this to you. You know, you have been implementing your own magic. Okay, so why I find that very important as well is because doing it your way, understanding how you read things is very, very important. You need to come into understanding of really how important it is to be authentic with your own fucking magic, which is yourself. Because I was about to, and it's really hard for me to be the one to share this message and be like, trying to channel things that are much larger than me. So let me just, Heavenly Father, God, Source, Universe, please, allow my like ego to like just not be in this, to try to like really just get to the point of this message, because I feel a little bit of hesitation, and I'm pretty sure that has a lot to do with Saturn, honestly. It being in retrograde right now, and it's definitely giving very much Mercury retrograde energy. I don't know if anybody else has been feeling that, like this verbiage. I know if you're a tarot reader or if you're an energy spiritualist, however we are, you know, we're the tribe, we're the family, whoever's watching this. I think we've started to create a family of us here, because it's very much feeling like things are coming together. The next thing that fell to the floor was starseed. So we're definitely aware, right, of being a starseed. But like, what does that even mean? Have you looked into it? Like, have you really looked into what that means? Like, okay, so part of it means like we're from another fucking place. We're not even from here. Or we have parts of us from another place, right? How does that work? Okay. Well, have we tried to look into it in depth? It's a lot. There's like, I'll like fall asleep to stuff about like the wars on Orion and like the different planets that have like universal like history. And I'm like, how do I resonate with this? Like, why am I like, yeah, duh. So you may resonate with that. Like, I don't know. This has something to do with like literal Star Wars. Like, no joke. And it's like those of us that are aware of this and our hearts are so open to the idea of this, it's so fucking awesome. It's kind of fucking awesome. It's really fucking awesome. But also, you know, there's a lot of misinformation on the internet. Duh. There's a lot of misinformation in the libraries. Duh. There's a lot of misinformation in everything. So you have to get to a point where you have very clear awareness with the Holy Spirit, with Source, with God, with the universe, within yourself, whatever it is, because it's not really about the labels. It's about the connection to the Creator of everything, and being so tapped in to the understanding of that, and the understanding of our soul and the depth of our soul. Like what I'm saying is exact. Like what I'm saying is exactly how I'm saying it. And if you aren't like, if you're like right at that level, because I pray that I'm getting people that are new to this concept and they don't even know, and this is kind of like whoa for them. So I don't know, guys, like I'm gonna be figuring this out. I need to be tapping in better, but also I'm not going to be giving myself this hard time, which is, like I said, it's very hard to do. It's not an easy thing. We're human. We're star seeds, but I'm pretty sure, like, to have a seed germinate, we got to be, like, part of, like, the, you know, other part of it, the egg, right? Which, is giving me some shit, because maybe you resonate with the cosmic egg thing and like, I don't know, ancient Egyptian mythology. I'm very deeply, deeply, deeply connected to it. Like it kind of it literally takes my breath away thinking about being in the cosmic egg, like remembering that shit. Like it's very, it's an interesting feeling when you can literally remember the like with being without breath. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. It's so crazy. Like, and being in the vastness of nothingness. It's so weird. It's like, I don't. I know that's not where things are, like, that's a scary feeling. But it's also like being in the womb, like, through, and a lot of what we're being guided to be doing right now, and especially the energies that we're meant to be using and utilizing the energies that in astrology and things like that, or at least being aware of them in ways that resonate with us. By doing that, by connecting to the cosmos, by connecting to the sun and the moon and all of that, gives us an amplified power over our emotions and our consciousness and our healing, most importantly. And especially when there's like grand trines or squares or like certain alignments that happen, and now this is the age of the divine feminine. Like, this is she's been back since 2019, like 2019, December 21st, like it's, it's pretty intense. So the next is magic is an ancient aspect of our heritage. Okay, so I've been trying to, thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much. Thank you for this. So it is so true that something we've been lied to about is that magic is actually an ancient aspect of our heritage. Like, it's literally within us already. It's like our innate. We are magical, and it's part of our heritage. So like, we need to understand this, and we need to accept this, because a lot of us might have grown up in religions where anything to do with working with an element is considered like evil or like something so. It's very interesting because in ways it's all about your intention, really. It's all about your intention. And if people are so worried about it like that, then either they've got some things they need to work on that are just really old world and unaware of alchemy, and it is been considered maybe a cult. I don't know, but for me, I've always been interested in the truth, and the truth is that we are magic, and magic is an ancient aspect of our heritage. We're really being called to that acceptance, awareness, and allowance. Because it's really going to help us heal all of the shit that comes with our bloodlines from the past, from our history, from our ancestors. And it's going to help our ancestors free them in the past from the things that they didn't get to experience through us. That's how this works. Like, I know, it sounds wild. Trust me, I get it. I grew up Mormon and Southern Baptist, so this is like something that I just know in me that is, it's innate. It's literally it's just in my blood, or it's in my bones, like my sacred bones, something that, I don't know, I had been unaware of. So right now, okay, so we've been doing a lot of chakra cleansing, or we've even been being assisted, maybe mostly unawarely, or is that even a word? we've been unaware to the energies actually working with our chakras, including the solar flares and the geomagnetic storms that we've been having with the stretching of the aurora borealis. It's really, I mean, think about it. It's a rainbow. That's a rainbow of color. Like meant to cleanse and connect with us in those specific chakras. I believe we have way more than just I almost said 12, but I'm in the I'm coming up into some new awareness about the 12 chakras within the light body of Homo luminous, which is an evolutionary thing that many of us are probably new to, including myself, but it's the truth. It's part of the crystalline body that maybe some of you have heard about, which is, it's like all of this is very dense. It's like not dense. That's not what I mean. A lot of it is it's like higher conscious that like we have to like really like allow our brains to like function in this way where we can just be dumped with this fucking knowledge because it's a lot to understand. So take your fucking time. Trust me. It's not meant to come to you any faster than it is. And when this message reaches you, it's meant to reach you when it's reached you. Like, have faith in that. It's like a lot about divine timing. It's a lot about being in the stillness and being connected to the earth and the constellations, especially the sun and the moon. And the just being in our chakras, like I was saying. And some of this is happening on a very subconscious level. A lot of us aren't even like that knowledgeable about what the fuck I'm even saying, and including myself, dude. Like, I'm not here just like over here like aware of really what's going on, but I know what's going on. And it's very hard to get past your ego. It's very hard to get past accepting of it, because you have to really accept it. Like I said, acceptance, allowance, and awareness. That's like the AAA. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to coin that to Bashar, because he was making fun of, I don't know if any of you guys watch Bashar, but Bashar has a lot of good knowledge that I listen to. He's an entity. I don't know if he considers himself an entity, but he's channeled from a star called Esasani, and he has been working with a guy named Daryl Anka. And when I hear his name, for some reason, I always think of Ankh, his last name. So I feel very trustworthy about his energy. And the stuff that he says is very much how my higher self channels. Like, when I'm like tapped into my higher self and she's like ready to fucking share a message, she just is like straight to the point, and it's really hard for my 3D self. And I think I'm explaining this because somebody needs to hear this. Somebody needs to understand how this works, and somebody needs to understand like what's going on. If you're new to working with your higher self and you may be just doing like higher self meditations, maybe you've been doing them just for a few months, or maybe you've been doing them for a few years, and all you're doing is maybe like a 5-minute meditation on YouTube every day, or every week, a few times a week, or even every other month, or just like you're starting to get tapped into your higher self, and it's only taking you like a 5-minute meditation every other week, every other month, every other whatever it is, or even a deeper even a deeper meditative practice maybe that you've been doing that you aren't really aware that now that we're in this new energy, it's actually, we're tapping in to some crazy shit, and it's fucking crazy. And so maybe, understanding that that's part of it, like getting real with ourselves enough to let our egos be like there, because like we all have an ego. Like, I don't think there's a lot of spiritualists out there that are like, oh, ego dying and this and that. Like, yeah, there's part of an ego death, but that's just your ego's like power in the operation. You definitely still need like the ego. That's something that many people don't really get. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure I don't need to explain that to you, but anyways. Yeah, so message from ancestors. Ancestor message says, feel love and thrive. Like, live in love, love in life. Did I even get to the higher heart chakra? I don't think I did. Okay, so what this is talking about, okay, so the higher heart chakra is like right, I'm going to use this card for an example because it's right here. The higher heart chakra is like right at the nape of, or not the nape, but like that little dip in our neck, but like right at the shoulders, right above our heart space, or our right below our throat chakra, like right here. It's a whole nother like open. It's a whole nother level of being open. There's like a few, if you're just new about chakras, maybe I'm being called to share this for a reason. There's your star, there's your earth star chakra, which I believe is right above your head. And other traditions, I'll say that, call it different things, but the point isn't really the verbiage or what people call it, which is something that a lot of people need to understand. It's more about the energy and the intention behind it, behind those areas, because they're evident in many traditions throughout the world. Whether it be silly cartoons that our kids watch, like anime, like Avatar, or the Bible, ancient Egyptian texts or mythology, traditions, cultures. I mean, this is something that needs to be peeled back, is this separation of it and a much grander awareness. It's like you know, we must have been, you have to really pull yourself above your like self, and maybe a lot of you are doing this in meditation where you are pulling yourself up to the level where you're sitting above, like in meditation, in a space, in another dimension, maybe, you know. I think a lot of us do this really without our entire awareness to it, and I think that we're really being called to actually consciously do this 100% of the time. And how fucking cool is that? Like, think about it. Because what it's doing is it's channeling in higher dimensional energy from the energies that are of higher, positive, loving, you know, like oneness. And we're being, and now not only are we channeling that information and that into us, but by sharing it, we also burn, like we're burning with that consciousness, and it like burns around to other people. It like helps light their awareness to the power of us. I mean, like I said, magic is an ancient aspect of our heritage. Starseed. You have been implementing your own magic. You know? Oh, that reminds me. If you have seen that Wizards of Arcadia, that silly little cartoon that I keep talking about, it really was enlightening for me. I don't know what the fuck, but it's really tripped me up. You'll have to watch it. I don't want to get into that message right now, but if you know, you know. and accessing the deeper, higher heart chakra. If you know, you know. And if you don't, I'm suggesting that you, just start tapping into your heart space a little bit more, or maybe you already are. But a way that you can do that, if it's hard for you to visualize, like your like self connecting to your heart, you can literally touch your heart and breathe and start like getting in connection with your heart and your mind, because heart brain coherence is another thing that's really important, which is part of a lot of this, which is something that Joe Dispenza talks about. Because like I'm not here to teach everybody about like a lot of this stuff, because I don't believe that it's meant, like if you're called to some of the things that I'm being called to share with you, then that's all that it is. Don't like, think too far or too deep into things. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's not for you. Okay, so ancestors' message was feel love and thrive, and then on the back of the card is 144. Like, are you fucking This is what I love about implementing my own magic, implementing your own magic. Many of you have been making your own decks of cards, feeling called to make your own decks of cards, because many of you have been like myself in many times, and even myself right now, let's be honest, where we're being called to step into a role that is very, very unknown to this society. Like a role that like Jesus and his disciples fucking are being called into right now. And it's been a long time since that has happened, and most of us already lived outside as it is. So it's like we're a little like in a fucking futuristic world, but we're like meant to be doing something like an exodus. It's really fucking trippy. And I know that if you're watching this, you understand what the fuck I'm talking about, because we're like, what? We're just stoners, or like I don't know. Like, I just like going to parties and like hanging out with my friends and talking about aliens. Like, I don't know. Like, it's a little bit of that and a lot of bit of like some serious shit. And I don't know, like that's maybe that's my higher self telling me like, no, like it's funny, ha ha ha, but no, it's fucking for real. Like it's for real. So if that resonates with you, then you know. Okay, so another message from the ancestors is continue with your goals and doing you. I love that so much. Thank you, Spirit. I love that. Like the confidence that I get when I'm like inside of me, I'm like, ooh, was that too much? Ooh, was that like silly or weird and da 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 or whatever? And it's just like the language that the universe speaks to me, and to where the rest of you are at as well. What's going on right now, like, or what the potential is of how you can tap into things, because it's very potent right now. We're in a 6-month cycle, especially with Saturn being retrograde, and some other shit happened where I think it has something to do with the solstice. Oh no, it was the eclipse. But the solstice is definitely involved. Do you know what I mean? It's like very it's very interesting. A lot of old shit's gonna go. It's like a renaissance, like a revolution. That's what I'm hearing. Literally. Holy smokes. Okay. Ground with the earth and sky. So a lot of us need to be, especially if we consider and or are aware of our connection to things. A lot of us don't really do this enough, and I have been, I'm gonna be honest. I for like weeks and months, for weeks, I'll say that for sure, because I can stand on it. That I would do a lot of grounding in the morning, and I haven't been doing that, and I think it's something I need to start doing again. I mean, I did sit and meditate with the tree last night, but you know what I mean? It's like grounding with the earth and the sky is going to be our best friend right now, because a lot of people don't get the connection that the starseed or just that everybody really needs on this planet is to be more grounded, to be connected to the earth and the sky, to the mother and the father. Don't forget about the mother, which a lot of religions do, which is another part of what's going on right now with the divine feminine and this whole whatever the fuck's been going on since 2020, since COVID shivadid, you know? I don't usually like censor my verbiage, and maybe I should, but I don't care. Like, I know that this message will reach who it is. I know that I am protected, and I know that a lot of us have been doing a lot of work where we're like kind of outside the realms of their tactics anymore. And this is something I'm really starting to feel. I can feel it in my energy. You know what I mean? And to feel it stronger, I just need to remember about like, and it's so crazy because like I'll be reminded about that in the craziest ways. Like right now, for instance, there's a bag of rainbow colored string in front of me, and it's like just that right there connects me to the rainbow light frequency, and it surrounds my aura, and it protects me in ways that I am totally even fully aware of. But I know it to be true. Also, undergoing a radical growth in your belief systems. So, what was I saying? Waka waka. Like, thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you for that message. Thank you for that the pre-jogging of my brain to get me into this message. That didn't only that just, you know, just took about an hour. So let's get into this really quickly because all right, so I pulled the Hangman, and this is such a cool Hangman card. Like, he's just like chilling. There's some runes. He's got this purple like protection, like representing like the crown. This is such a fun picture for me because I do aerial, and I'm in this position a lot, and it's such a good fun place to be at. Like, I love just kind of hanging suspendedly like that, like just observing. Kind of reminds me of being like the moon or something, you know? Protected by all of these, like, what may look like a game to others, but like real connection to things that we don't understand yet entirely. And that maybe you've been being called to the runes. You know, like, this looks like a pretty decent place to be. Like, we're waxing onto the full moon. So maybe by the full moon, whatever this got us in this hangman energy, confirmation, will be like done. Like, that was like a gavel, in my opinion. Interesting. I liked that. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so the next card is the Three of Cups here. And there's another full moon. But it kind of gives me sun energy. But the moon really does just reflect the sun, but it's connected to the water. So a lot of like sun, like I'm getting like holy water, like holy, like Trinity. And there's like 3 little butterfly, little angels here. So there's a decision. But you know how to make this decision. I don't know why, but I almost feel like this is like you thrive in this position. Right? Like being blindfolded with the waves at your back and being like lost in a jungle somewhere. I know I can fucking resonate with that. Oh my god, I just got like a crazy download for myself right now. Like I had a crazy summer, and I like right now I think literally today on the date there was like some crazy ish going on. Like I like got stranded in Maui and like I was up against the elements and the fucking island itself and the people and the just rottenness and almost dying, and it was the most magical, crazy trip. Blindfolded in white, a fair maid stands, her back against the sea. The waves roll up behind her. She is peaceful in her stance, yet she wrings her hands in angst. 2 blades tip at the back of her neck. Above them, a new moon slices the sky with a crescent of light. I'm gonna have to leave this message.